Hey guys, this is Juno and welcome back to another account review. We have a very interesting account today. As you guys can see, it's been years. Has it been 2 years? Since we got the update where the max level for an account has been upped to 100. This account is still level 72. Now, the initial thought from that is like, wow. This is a very early account that was made probably, let's say, a month ago. I mean, a lot of people are very active these days. They get to level 100 probably in a week. But let's say this is very inactive and it was made a month ago. Well, that's not really the case. Or is it? Who knows? Because if you look at the profile, he has a lot of fun toys. I guess it makes no sense because he has certain wings that you could only get at a certain period of time. So then does that mean that this account was neglected for years and it has been picked up by somebody recently? More likely, to be fair, right? And even if that's the case, it feels like this person is not really farming much because, guys, we all know farming has gotten a lot easier, a lot quicker, and due to it, it's become a lot easier to level up. But seeing his level right now, it kind of tells us that maybe he's not doing any of that. Anyhow, the account owner told me that he wants to be better at Siege. He's mainly a Siege player. He thinks he could do much better, but he's averaging about 5 and 6 wins per Siege. That is actually pretty low. I know a lot of people complain about defense proccing, defense RNG, including myself, but I will not deny the fact that the argument saying that offense has the upside is not wrong, because you get to choose all these units in any type of rune to use to attack a set defense. Now, I know a lot of people also argue that, hey, this is only true for a lot of people that switch up runes. We don't want to do that, and that's why it just feels like the defense is so much stronger. And okay, that's a valid point. And thankfully, it seems like maybe Comptos is going to fix that with their new update, the dev notes. If you guys have read it, it looks like they're going to be making a separate rune page for Siege. I'm not too sure about it, but that's what I read, hoping that kind of eliminates the rune sharing, maybe. And maybe then complaining about defense vial procs and such is justified 80% of the time. Anyhow, so he wants to get better in Siege. Makes sense. Getting 5 to 6 wins per Siege is very, very low. Too low, to be fair. So if you want to be more helpful for the guild, yes, you do want to get better there. He thinks it's just simply because of the units he picks. And his rune quality is solid. We'll check that out. After that, he wants to know what he needs to do for better RTA. He said that he used to live and breathe this game when he was younger. Man, I wonder how old this account owner is. I picked up the game when I was in college. I wonder if he's younger. And man, that made me feel old. He's older now, so he feels very much washed from what it used to be. So maybe it was his account long time ago when he was younger, and now he picked it up, which makes total sense. But if you did, please start farming because that's what you are probably lacking. Let's go check out this account. Let's see what he has saved in his Siege box, because that's going to tell me a lot. I think to get easy wins is to have a lot of cleave setup. I think especially in G1, maybe even in G2, by having 10 cleaves set up, you'll find around 6 defenses you could hit with those cleaves pretty easily. And that almost guarantees 6 wins by the start. So if he doesn't have any good cleave setup, I'll try to find some, set it for him, and we'll also check out his RTA and see what kind of comp that he could run. Accordance to his rune quality, we'll also give him my thoughts on where he could end in RTA in the season. So guys, if you guys want an account review like this that you'll be seeing in this video, please check out my Patreon. The link is in the description below. If you guys are interested in account improvements, which I put out a lot of, mostly with RTA, but there's also a lot of PvE updates, PvP updates for Arena and Siege defense, Siege offense as well. So if you're interested in that, please join my Discord. A lot easier to communicate with me there. And fill out the Google form, which is in the improvement price list channel. or just a link in the description below, which also has that link. Or you could just feel free to join the Discord. It is pretty much dead these days. A lot of people don't talk anymore, but you are free to message me. I actually do reply very well to most of the people. So if you just have any questions, reach out. Anyways, let's get into this review. So the first thing that we like to do is check out Swap. And it's been a while since I'm reviewing an account that looks decent but very low leveled. I still want to think that he was very good back then. I mean, seeing his record, like G3, I wonder if this was reset or anything. Probably not. I think after the update, there was no reset, right? Yeah, so this could be a very old record. He was in the G3 Siege at one point. And he was in C3 RTA. Let's go check out his runes. Okay, so go to his runes, and if we go to the bottom, it shows us that he has 1800 runes. We just look at 6-star, level 12 to 15. He has 1400 runes, as you guys can see how it's filtered. Then if we look at the efficiency, 110 plus. I mean, if this was a top tier account back then, who knows, he might have some right now. 36 runes, that's actually very decent, not too bad. Highest efficiency is 122, being a shield set. He has some nemesis set. Obviously, being an ancient rune, it is much easier to get that efficiency. So he has 320s, and after that is 100 and up. 36 runes, not too bad. 100 to 110. I mean, if he has 36 there, I'm assuming that he has a lot here as well. 200 runes. And there's a lot that's in the 108 to 109 range. Yeah, up to the top 20 runes is top 107. So I'm assuming that if he gets better grinds and gems here, legend there, legend there, legend there, legend. If he gets all these like legend stuff, easily over 110. We see some will, we see some revenge, one violent. Not too bad. I'm not gonna check the rest. So let's go look at Swift first. Well, actually, let's look at the spare. Just go in order. Speed 20, 27, 25, 25, and it goes down to 22. That is definitely a lot underwhelming than what I hoped for. So this spare doesn't look too great. I mean, top 6 runes is over 25. Not the quickest compared to our more recent reviews. Swift, who knows, maybe he has some quad speed here. 29, 28, 27, and then it goes down to 23. Again, a little underwhelming. I mean, he doesn't have a 29, but the top 7 runes are over 26. Or at least 26 and up, and then lowest is 23, and that even has a legend grind. Usually when I see accounts like this, I will just say to farm more. Let's see, Vio. 27 ends at 24. Top 26 is the 4th rune. Above 26 is up to his 4th rune. Not the greatest. I'm also seeing maybe grind issues a little. Just a little. Not a whole lot. And then finally, Will. 27, damn, to 23. It looks like his rune quality is kind of spread out evenly. I mean, all these main sets we've seen, the fastest is decently fast, 27, 28, or 29. But then the first 10 runes end at like 22, 23 speed. Maybe 24 for some of them. But that is definitely not what we want to see. I think we want to see a lot of 26s, a lot of 27s usually. I mean, best is to see some quads as well. But knowing that he's lacking that, maybe go back to dragons. I mean, you're a siege player. Dragon seems good. Even Necro, as destroy is used a lot. I saw you have ragdoll, so violent runes, will runes, destroy runes. Well, violent and will more focused on ragdoll or that comp. Maybe you could farm there a little more to up your rune quality, because the rune quality is definitely let's say lacking compared to some of the better accounts we've seen in a couple of weeks, right? I think I have reviewed a couple of nice accounts recently, and they definitely had faster runes. Efficiency might be on par for some of them, but at least speed wise, it does look like you're lacking. Maybe that's because you have Ragdoll. Ragdoll at that point in time, I don't know how long you played. I don't know what you meant by young. But a couple years ago, let's say 4 or 5 years ago, Ragdoll was meta, obviously. And it kind of allowed the player to not have as much as speed as the opponent and still be able to compete because of that OP passive. So maybe it was the mentality of a Ragdoll owner. But maybe that needs to change, as we know that Ragdoll isn't really what it used to be. I mean, it's still a good unit, it's still a great unit, but it's just not as oppressive, not as strong as when this account owner probably pulled him. So that's my thought. I'll go back to a dungeon, probably Violent or probably Will. You could go back to Swift if you want to, because that's no difference. Despair and Swift around the same level. Any improvement there will make this account better. I mean, it's pretty obvious to say that, but that is what I see. I think we first want to see his collection, knowing that he has a lot of LD toys from his profile. Leona, Ragdoll, okay. Dark Robo, not too bad. Light. Ooh, he also has Isis, Artemil, a Jaeger. Okay. Isis is cool. Jaeger, I think I've seen sometimes, even in high level RTA. Artemil definitely died out, especially due to the fact there's a lot of units now that do damage where crit is not needed. Things like Miles or any of the Onimushas, or just additional damage became so strong where crit is a little less relevant compared to what it was before. And there's a little more units that also land Oblivion. Control comps are stronger, so it's just not as strong, right? Wind, let's see what he's lacking. Okay. He didn't get any of the new collab unit stuff, unfortunately. Missing Angela, Changpeng, okay, Christina, sadly. Ooh, okay. It's kind of weird to see that. It's kind of weird to say that, but I mean, I love Christina. There's also the Tiana that he's missing. Okay. I mean, he has a lot of stuff. Not bad. Definitely for RTA, it doesn't look too bad. But we have to also look for Siege. So he has Sonya, so that works for Siege offense. He has Zen for Siege defense. He has Dominic, I mean OG Siege defense unit, but it could still work. What else is there? Savannah is pretty big. I mean, Fang for Siege offense. Okay, you have Luis for Siege offense. Okay, he's not missing like too many things, to be fair. Tiana is actually really big for Siege offense as well, with the buff of Zeros, assuming you have him, but we'll see. For water, what's good for offense? Let's skip here. Ooh, Britta? No Britta, okay. No Manon. I mean, Manon isn't that great. Okay, you do have Angela, so, sorry, you do have Adriana. Adriana, Sonya, so if you have Miang, Adriana, Sonya, definitely a good cleave that you want to run. No Miles. No Nana. Nana's great for Siege as well. No Higang, also good for Siege, offensive wise. Okay, you have Belial, you have Camila, Camila team right there. You have Chandra, that's great. No Abilio, no Varad, no Samath. Okay. Finally, for wait, did he have Pyeongchar? He doesn't. Okay, forget about that. He has Cassandra. That's Federica. No Nora for defense. For offense, no Claire. What else is there? No Chi-U, which is fine. He has the Zeros, perfect. He has Vanessa. I mean, I'm looking at Arena as well, but I guess he doesn't really want to try for that because he already got that G3 record. Although, I want to say that he will be able to get that now. And okay, Segment. He does have Rika. Okay, so there are definitely some things that you could do. Let's see if you also have built the Madeline Cookie, which is Praline. Yeah, Praline, perfect. Madeline Cookie. You should build a lot of those, to be fair. Okay, that's good. Did you have Bastet too? Just looking for more, cleave options. Did you have... Not Destiny. What is that? I think it starts with a D. Deborah? No, not Deborah. What is that unit? Bethany. Don't have him. Okay. Let's go into RTA first and then go into Siege. I want to talk about the things that he cared about more after. But for RTA, from what we saw in the Rune quality, this is way too low. 200 games in and only a 50% win rate. That's very, very low. Wow. Okay. Oh, the ragdoll looks kind of mediocre for the rune quality we've seen. Bellajoul looks, I guess, okay-ish. You're using a Robo that's not on Will, so that's probably a big flaw. Vanessa on Violent Shield. So I think most of the issues, or the biggest issue that I see with these people that either buy an account or come back after a long hiatus, is that they don't know how to rune certain units. I think the way you learn is to watch a lot of other YouTubers or just high-level players. I mean, YouTubers or streamers is better just by the fact that they show their builds. And I think it's try to follow what they're doing. The truth is, what they're doing is pretty close to the meta. There are probably a few out there that definitely play non-meta stuff. A famous person is Curry SW, but aside from that, a lot of people play various playstyles. They showcase that playstyle, showing that they can compete in high level. And the easiest way to learn is to watch their playstyle and try to imitate it. That is what I'm doing. Like I said multiple times, I try to imitate a player called either Skit, or there's another streamer, Korean streamer called Angry Bird. I think it's called Angry Bird if you translate it. And he plays the ONEIROV comp. He's in G2, G3. I think he fell from G3. He's in G2 now, but he's funny. But nonetheless, he's in a much higher rank than me. Rune quality doesn't look too off, so I try to imitate what he did, and I am seeing more success. Obviously, he plays 30 games per day, every day, streaming almost every day. So he has a lot more experience, reason why he is so much more successful. He could also play various playstyles, as he has more LD5s and he has a bigger pool of runes. But don't try to do all of that at once. You should know that your rune pool is a lot smaller compared to all these streamers that are pouring hundreds of thousands of dollars per month into the game. So just try to follow one playstyle, and I think you'll see a lot more success. But right now, I think that's the biggest issue. I think some builds look a lot more lacking. Maybe your box is way too big. Reason why the lack of build. So yeah, rethink your box, or at least start watching some people. You can watch mine too. I want to say mine's not too bad. I mean, I guess you would want to watch like Guardian, like G2, G3 player first, because you want to reach high. So you want to see the peak of peak. But if you want to find more achievable builds, then mine will be slightly better. But if you want to also think about pick and ban stuff, then yeah, watching those players is probably the smart way to go, as they are very smart with their gameplay. And I have to say, gameplay box is very, very big in RTA. Segment, not on Wills. I mean, I think you'd have to go with guard. You could probably break that set and get a little faster. But I've been showing the build as I went on, talking, explaining my thought process. And I think a lot of viewers can agree that some of these builds are very lacking. I also have to emphasize the importance of Will. I see a lot of units here that are not on Will, that I think should be on Will. So don't go easy on the Will, and I think that's the main reason why I think you should also go back into Necro, because those runes are so important. Okay, that's all I have to say for RTA. Well, if I have to choose in a box, let's see. Can you even play the playstyle I want to play? You have Cheongnam? You don't have Cheongnam, but you did have Miles, huh? Because Miles is big with Oliver. Oh. These are all great units though. Like, I would definitely put in Isis. I don't know about this guy though. She could definitely carry a game if you pick her out right. This one I'll definitely use this. I don't want to pick out counter picks yet, but technically they could all be considered counter picks. Chandra's way too good to ignore. Assuming these are all skilled up, I'm gonna pick them out. Shizuka's good. I think these are all good, but for now, let's just get rid of them. That's a very good counter pick, but I'll go with Verge only for now. What else? I mean, it looks good. That is a counter pick, but we'll pick it up. Shaha is good. He does need good rune quality though. I think Riley in low level is very oppressive, so I'll add her as well. And then I'll add a Vero, to be fair. That looks good enough. That's still a lot of units. Holy cow. That's so many units. Why don't I set this in order and see how many damage dealers you have per element, and maybe we could deduce it from there. Let's go with Wind first. Yeah, that's a lot. fire. Total of 28 units. Yeah. So you have a lot of wind. 8 wind. Wow. A lot of fire. 9 fire. 5 water. 4 dark and 2 light. The thing is, when I pick these out, when I'm doing improvements, I usually go by element, but really it should be by set. If you know that you have too many units that's going to be sharing a vampire set, for example, you don't want too many of them, you'll take one out. So right now we only see probably 1 unit on vampire. Oh, even none. No units on vampire here. If you are, oh, maybe this actually the Leona. What am I saying? Leona's are going to be on vampire, and Douglas could also be on vampire. So there's going to be 2 if you ever use him. If you think about despair, 1, 2, 3 maybe, 4 maybe, 5. So max 5 sets. Then Swift, how many are there? Maybe 1, 2. This could be Violent as well, but 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 for Swift, not too bad. And then after that, everything is Violent. What do we say? 5, 3, and 1 technically right now, 1 vampire and 1 double range will. So 10 units will take the other sets, while as 18 units will take Violent. So that's what you have to think about. If you have too many units on Violent and you know that your Violent runes are getting thin, you have to make sacrifices on taking out some units, because you know that whatever you give them is going to be kind of mediocre. But just for now, assuming that you can rune all of these and assuming they're all scaled up, obviously the first things you'll leave out is the stuff that are not scaled up. I will definitely not use it until fully scaled up. Oh, it looks like a lot of these are scaled up. Damn. Oh, no, don't use Challenger for now. Only 2 units out, 26 units that I'll be actively using and trying to rune up for RTA. And maybe you'll see some success. Okay, let's go into Siege like he said that he wanted to focus on. Let's go check out some of his old battles. I mean, it might be embarrassing for him because he did say that he is not doing too well. Looks like, oh, is it this one? No, he didn't play. Like I said, I don't think he's too active, which explains the level. It's okay. Okay, 6-4 right there. Yeah, that's not great. The next one. Wow. I can't seem to spot his name sometimes. The freak? What's his name? Was he benched this game? He might have been benched. He might have been benched for a while. Wait, I have to watch that. I have to make sure that I know his name. It was a 6-4 record. It was a special game. Last special game. Yeah, he was level 70. So level 72, right? ONEIROV. Okay, it looks like he was benched. Yeah. He was benched or he joined later when they started playing this. But that's the only one record that we can see. So, first of all, let's see how his defenses are doing. It's not being used. I mean, seeing the records, it does look like he either joined recently or he wasn't playing. Let's go look at his save teams. Not a cleave, not a cleave, not a cleave, not a cleave. So this is probably where you want Hagang, but this doesn't work as well. This one, okay. I'll rather put the Fang here or go with Diana and use that team. Not a cleave, not a cleave. Yeah, so this is the problem. All of your decks that you have here are not a cleave. Most of them are second turn teams where if you don't bring them in the right defense, you're gonna get obliterated. Some are trying to be cleaves, like this one maybe, where it does. I think it won't have enough damage. So let me pick some out that I do think will do much better. So here, actually this one doesn't look too bad, but did you have Alaya? If you had Alaya, I'll just use that. Even Amelia is much better. Oh, this is so much better than the Bella Jewel. That's one fix, right? Guys, you guys have to agree that is such a better team. That's one fixed. This one, there's no saving. This one, no saving. I mean, if you're in a lower guild, like P guild, maybe that. But I think you're not there. You're definitely higher. There is saving here. I'll put it up there though. No saving here. There's a variance of this that I do use. And I know you have the units. So everything else we get rid of, right? Because there's no cleaves. Now here, let's go back with that Leo team. I'll go with Leo and also that Ladriel. And then I think you had Diana. Yeah, I use this team a lot and it works really well. So there's that. That's the fix there. You guys have to agree. And then here, well, let's put up the mediocres, more kind of mediocre ones that are used less behind. I mean, G1 is still used a lot, but in G2 and up, not as much. But this one, definitely something you want to build. You guys have seen this multiple times. It still works really well against some of the more meta defenses that you see in Guardian. Definitely not much in G3 because they know as well, and a lot of people are building these now. But in G1, G2, still a lot that you could hit with this. So there's that. That's 2. Let's go with the Sonya. Again, something, a cleave that you could definitely use. Where the heck is Adriana? Hello? I saw you had the Adriana. Don't tell me you fed it. Or just tell me I'm blind. It's here, I don't see it. No, I don't see it. Did you feed it? Oh my god. Oh, no, oh, didn't. Thank god. Whew, I almost missed it. And then you put the Mihang. Oh, damn, you don't have a Mihang. Make a Mihang. Mihang is a great guild content lead. Oh, you have Nana. Perfect. Okay. I mean, Nana's more for defense, but that's great. Okay, build a Mihang. Please. So that's another cleave. With Praline, you have Covenant. See, you don't have the cleaves built. That's why you're not seeing success. Now another Covenant with it could be Kali or Covenant with what? Kali hits 2A Kali might not be. You don't even have a 2A Kali. Crap. You could try this. I mean, that's weak too though. You could go this lead to be fair. If you don't want to outspeed. If you don't have to outspeed going against a speed lead. But just keep in mind Cassandra does not hit as hard. But thankfully with the Praline, you do get crit rate buff. So maybe you could make a build that does hit hard enough. Why can't I find Praline? I saw that you had it. Damn, there's other Nat 5s here that... Oh my goodness, a lot of Nat 5s here. Praline now here. He had Praline, but he fed it again? Is that what I'm seeing? It's a 4-star. It should be right here. Okay, but you guys know what I mean. It's gonna be Praline and then it's gonna be Covenant. That's another cleave. Oh my goodness. So many cleaves, but so many units that he doesn't have. Okay, let's put the Garo here. Garo, Raoult, Verd. That's something I use a lot. Another one. We see just a lot here. I know there's more. He has Dova. If he has Gin, Lucian team for sure. He should have a Lucian build, right? Yeah. Let's see if I can find some of these units that right now he doesn't have anymore. They're like gone. They're dead. Oh, look at that. He's using it from the siege support units. Don't do that. They're too low for you to be using. Sorry this is taking a little longer, but he did want to get better in siege, so I do want to give him more better opinions here. So do you have Covenant? I'm pretty sure you have Covenant. There's no way. Yeah, there's the Covenant. Perfect. You didn't have a 2A Kali. So we're using Federica instead. We're looking for Gin. Show it to me. Come on, where's that ninja? Oh man, the ninja's not here, so he does not have Gin. Damn it. Let's take out the Mihang. I'm pretty sure he has Mihang. Right there. What else is there? Oh, the Praline, because I couldn't find it. He either fed it or it's hiding somewhere. Okay, I think that's what I'm gonna be taking out. I think that shows enough. Does he have Julie? Because he has another cleave that he could really run. which is the Escher, the Bernard cleave. But let's finish these off. So I brought out the Mi Yang. So there's that. Here, the Praline plus the Covenant. There you go. Well, actually, this has a 33 lead, huh, for guild content. Yeah. That's better. He doesn't have Gin. So it's actually a second Mi Yang is probably the best bet, because it still gives a 28 lead. So you could try that. And then finally, I think that's just the 8th. I think is more than enough for him to get some more consistent wins, assuming they're going to be built correctly. It is going to be a Julie cleave. If you had freaking Julie. Damn, there's so many units that this person is not building, which is driving me nuts. It's driving me nuts. I mean, this is another one. You have John, right? This is used a lot against speed scaling defenses, but another Leo goes in here. So really, if you get more Leos, you could make more defenses. Reason why you see people stacking the Leos. I feel like you could run something like this too. But I do like double will on Leo for siege stuff, siege purposes. So maybe in this case, you make the ragdoll on vampire and use it as some kind of cleave. I think it could work. You just have to make sure that you're not getting destroyed first turn. So they shouldn't have a control comp, right? Anything else? Did I miss anything that you guys see that's pretty apparent that's a very good cleave? I'm out of ideas. Actually, this is a good one too. Definitely still usable. So that's one. What else is there? You didn't have Tiana, no Tiana cleave. If you had Heigang, there would be a lot of Heigang options, but you didn't have that. I think that's about it. I don't know. I mean, there's more things you could try. You could even try Odin cleave, right? With Bastet +1. Yeah, you could definitely try that. But at least right now, I gave you 10 options. 10 solid options that you could use. So after watching this video, I'm hoping that you get started on building some of these units. This one is tricky. You might need a second Mi Yang, but these should all do decently well and get you those 10 wins if you hit the right defenses. Ooh, I should save this. Ooh, that's close. So please get working on this. I think you could do really well. And sadly, right now for your Swift stuff, Swift cleaves, the only reason why it's so successful for a lot of people is because they switch around the fastest Swift set. I know it's hated upon, but if you do want to get better records, it is something that people have to do. So if I have to point it out, Adriana, the Praline, the Rauk, the Dova will have to share the Swift runes, and then all the other teams most likely will have to be tuned to it. The Lucian team is fine because if Dova moves, you could give the turn straight to Lucian. You need to tune this, you need to tune this, and you need to tune the top one as well. Well, at least to a certain point, right? Anyhow, that was it for this account review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want, again, account reviews like this, please join my Patreon. If you guys want account improvements, join my Discord. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.